And I wanted to ask you what it was like going from hero, legend of
I
Reddit.
was a true hero of Reddit too. I wasn't just like a casual hero, like a weekend warrior hero. I was like at least a 7-year like king of Reddit. And I milked that really hard. So every time I'd post a YouTube video, I'd be like, guys, like go boost this video. Like
Fritz Dagger?
Fritz Dagger, it's still there. I have like 60,000 karma, which is like Reddit points if you don't know that. It's like a respectable number of Reddit points. And I collected those over a long career on Reddit. I told you earlier, I was like number 6,000 on Reddit BJJ.
Now it's like close to 1 million.
It's 100 times more than that. It's like 600,000 or 700,000 or something like that. But I had a revelation during my cancellation of Reddit that the people that canceled me were a totally different group of people than the people I came up on Reddit with. And so it was just like, you know, there's a churn. There's like a turnover of people who do jiu-jitsu. And I thought that I was like coming up with my bros because I was like a purple belt on Reddit with my bros on Reddit. So like we were purple belts on Reddit together. Like I was one of those guys. But they all fucking quit, right? The Redditors quit jiu-jitsu. You know who you are. So they were with me, and then all my boys quit, and then a bunch of new white belts and blue belts came in. They started having like other, you know, they liked Gordon, they liked all these other guys, and then I skipped one seminar. Later, I've done. Like
I remember this.
I've done like 1,000 seminars across the entire world, and then I missed one because I couldn't get business class.
The truth comes out.
That's the truth. Initially, I said I was sick, but really, I just couldn't do it. I actually like don't fit in the economy very well. But they fucking canceled me. It was like my highest rated post of all time was like Keenan skips his seminar. I was like, I don't even like these seminars. Why do I even do these for you people? And that's kind of why I stopped, honestly.
So, I mean, seminars can be challenging. I did a podcast with Lachlan Giles where I was trying to bait him because Lachlan has a very, like his public persona is very similar to his private one. But I can get him to laugh at jokes that he wouldn't laugh publicly. So the whole time we were doing the podcast, I was trying to bait him. I was like, come say something negative. I'm like, tell me that sometimes people ask dumb questions. Sometimes people roll too hard with you. But the man, he's like a priest. He wouldn't budge on it. And then it just came across like I was just like, fuck my fans, fuck these guys at seminars, you know. And then at seminars, what I'll do is like, half the time the Q&A is a bit of a waste of time anyway, because I mean, it's hard to get information out in a mass. Like today was like 200 people. It's hard to get someone to ask a question that's going to provide value to everyone. So I try and turn it into a comedy routine. But sometimes the easiest way is to make fun of the guy asking the question. Sure. And then people were like, oh, Craig's attacking his audience at the seminars. But
that was like add-on violations that you had made on Reddit. Like in your list of sins, it was like you make fun of people. You had Alex Jones on.
Yeah.
You're gay. What else is
gay.
it?
I can win them back,
but
though.
That's bonus points, actually.
Yeah, Alex Jones is a down, but being gay brings me back around. So yeah. I think they're not fully turned on me. I can win them back, you know?
They're a fickle mistress. They're like, they blow it. They go any way the wind blows, you know?
I helped them turn on John and Gordon. And then they posted a thing. They said, who will Reddit cancel next? And the top comment was Craig Jones because of his ties to Alex Jones. And I commented on there and I said, I agree with you. And then I was inspired by that post and I said, let's test it. I'll get Alex on the podcast. And it came to fruition.
True.
I let the Reddit prophecy.
You've been on Reddit a long time too, because I've seen John Belushi's mom lurking in there like long before I knew John Belushi's mom before I knew Craig Jones, I think.
Yeah, I started out to try to help get some social media following or like posting highlight reels. But then it became, anytime someone attacks me, I'm going to go in there and agree with them. Like anytime.
God, you've got these really interesting strategies.
Yeah, I was like, we'll double down on it. And if someone realizes that's me, maybe it wins them back over. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like if sometimes people attack you on the internet. But sometimes they attack you and you're like, fuck, he's on the money there. You know, like that's when it hurts the most. When they say crazy shit, you're like, doesn't bother me. But when they say some real shit that is true about you, you're like, how the fuck does this guy know this?
Yeah.
How are they so perceptive?
Yeah. Have you benefited from Reddit, do you think? Or is it like, I feel like I definitely benefited from Reddit, but do you do it more just like for entertainment or do you actually get something out of it?
That's a good question. I feel like it benefits. I feel like the type of people that buy
Why is it so seductive? Like, why did I always feel like Reddit was this important social media platform that I had to participate in? Do you like it has this, some sort of weird status outside of normal social media? Maybe it's because it's anonymous or like semi-anonymous.
Yeah, it's a good question.
It's like you're getting people's true thoughts of you, or at least their unfiltered thoughts. I mean, it may not be true, but it's like they're not going to be afraid to say the things about you.
It's a good. I mean, Reddit's a great place to steal an opinion. Like, I'll see a news article, I'll look at the top comment, and I'll be like,
It's like, that's funny.
yeah, that's very well liked. That should be my opinion. I think that's the value of Reddit. So if people post now, probably when they post about me, they're going to be like, this asshole hanging out with Alex Jones. Now that's probably going to be the top thing. So maybe I've burned myself.
But how did it, like, do you have Alex Jones back? Like, if someone comes after him, are you going to be choking that guy out? Or like, are they just assuming you guys are like bros to like, just because I'm on your podcast doesn't mean we got to like go to war together?
Yeah, or take a bullet for me. Yeah, it's a good question. Hey,
It's like maybe you're being journalistic in some way, which I think that is your approach.
Well, I thought I thought it would be funny to be on there and try to troll him a little bit. I was doing some light trolling. Like, I told him, because he asked me why I got the vaccine, and I said because of I was a bit scared of herd immunity given my experience with the HIV virus. So like, I was trying to troll him, but it would swing past a couple of times and he'd go back into a rant. I couldn't pull him back. Like, I really wanted to just...
He'd be like, oh, HIV, that was Fauci also in the 80s. He did this and Tuskegee experiment, all that.
Yeah, but I was just really...
Tuskegee.
I wanted to ask him about him. Like, how was Alex Jones created? I remember him telling me about having his head slammed on concrete as a kid, and he's like, he reckons the brain damage actually was good for him. And like, I was trying to get into that, but he doesn't want to talk about that. He wants to keep it very serious. So it was very hard to rein him back in, you know? Maybe I needed Eddie Bravo there for support or something.
I feel like you needed Nicky Rod.
Nicky Rod would throw a curveball at him because he would probably hit Alex with a word that doesn't exist. That's the only way you could pause the guy. If Alex was like, is that even a real word?
I just think you're a little too easygoing. You need someone to push back a little bit more with their own opinions. Like you're saying, you can like adopt an opinion. You're sort of chameleon in that way that you can kind of mesh with anyone you're around, even when you're making fun of them. Where Nicky Rod is like, no, he'll just say what he thinks is true. And maybe that's the kind of approach you need with Alex.